Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live here with the National Oval Racing Association. We stay here at Dover Motor Speedway. Excellent track here. Definitely that concrete mile everyone loves to see. And plenty of speed out there, especially if you can get tickets out there onto the bridge. Only fundraisers or any kind of specialty teams are able to get into that area there that is so well sought after. Many drivers out here are going to be pressing their luck here tonight, not making contact with the wall. Safer barrier walls kind of creeping in just a little bit, but we'll see plenty of guys having to readjust that right front fender on the exit of turn 4 and the exit of turn number 2. Turn entry is going to be 100% key here tonight as you see how we're riding along with Brady Moats. You see he's taking the more favorable and more conservative center of the line end of the turn here to not dive in too deep. He tries there between 3 and 4, but you'll notice how he bobs a little up toward the top, and that's going to do it for his line out here tonight. Brady Moats sitting in 12th and marching back during his qualifying time. Everett Counts right now in the number 32 Chevrolet. He's sitting in 3rd, looking to see if he can knock down another fast time, but I think that may do it for him here as he has been blazing here tonight. And Josh Conover, yep, that's him, 48 for the 48 Chevrolet, just knocked down his final time, 6th spot for him. Now, I did notice during practice, some of these guys have actually been, I wouldn't say wall riding, but getting about a quarter of a car length off the wall around the turns up high. Where the marbles end up collecting up top, a lot of guys are going to be trying not to end up spinning out, getting that high into the turns. Joining alongside me tonight will be Stella, and I appreciate you joining me here tonight here at Dover. This should be an excellent race, seeing with how many laps we've got here, and I definitely say when the tracks get this short, drivers going up about 23 seconds is the best time we're seeing out there on the track. This should be excellent to see these guys nail down a lot faster times and a whole lot of side-by-side racing if they don't go single file right off the bat.
Yeah, I'd like to see that side by side. It's always near and dear to my heart versus the single lane. Interesting here tonight. I think we're going to see if we're going to get a nice clean race. We're going to need some defensive driving going on and taking a look at where the stages are tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing some green flag stop.
Well, as you mentioned, the stages, now would be a good time to go ahead and take a look at them. 240 laps. Those stages will be at 75 and 150. 60% fuel limit, so we should see plenty of pit stops here tonight. I'm expecting not just fuel is going to be key, but the tires. Fortunately, 5 sets will be sitting down there in the pit boxes for these guys to be ready to go. But remember, with this being NORA, there are no faster pairs. Race control tonight will be Jacob Gladilek. Appreciate him joining us out there, and he'll be going ahead and nailing down the pace car here tonight in the choose cone car, which fortunately, and we're all crossing our fingers, that we don't have another driver make contact and decide to rearrange the back end of that vehicle. Stella, I knew last race, that was a heartbreaker for a driver out there to get absolutely maimed by the pace car, or the choose cone car, needless to say. But regardless, let's move on back to the track temperature. 105 degrees. That should really be fantastic there. Wind shouldn't push these guys around too much. When we start getting around that 13 to 17 mile an hour mark, the cars actually start moving around the track against their will, and it's going to be extremely difficult for them to be fast out here tonight. We'll take a quick look at where some of your favorite drivers may be. You won't be surprised, but we have over 30 drivers ready to go here tonight. And once again, on top of the chart, Dylan Banks, Tom Senchak, and Everett Counts sitting 1, 2, and 3. Banks taking that Toyota and kind of shutting a lot of people up here and putting them in their place by saying Toyota is not the fastest car out here and they're not to be out on the track. But I beg to differ. Right now, he has been really blazing rocket out there. In that Toyota, both last race and this race, this guy just knows where he needs to be and how to pick up that kind of speed. And there's Miles, the concrete monster. He is ready to take his next victim on this way by. Stella, anything to add before we get to our starting grid?
No, let's do that because we're going to need all the time we can get on a short track and 30 drivers.
All right. Yep, they should be getting ready to go around here in just a moment as these guys are loaded and ready to go. Let's go ahead and look at our starting lineup here tonight. Dylan Banks and Tom Senchak sitting 1 and 2. Everett Couch sits 3rd, and Kyle Rochelle sitting on the outside of row number 2. Ronnie Norman, new driver, sitting 5th next to Corey Harville. Harville looking to kind of change it up here. You'll notice him in the 92 Toyota. He's changed it up here a little bit, but still fast as always. Vincent Arthur in the number 24, still rocking it out there for Flatline Motorsports. We'll have a friend in need right next to him is Josh Conover in the 48. Blade Timmons sitting 9th next to Blake Hoppy, rounding out our top 10. Jacob Malone, a little slower time here tonight. I know he's not too happy about that time, and he did end up in a couple spin-outs during practice, backup car for him. And we move on to Ryan Ferraro. He'll be sitting in 12th in the number 13. Speaking of 13, we move on to Aaron Krolick in the number 01. He'll be sitting next to the Powerade number 5 of Matthew George. Dakota Moniz, Brady Moats, Cameron Thompson, and Dustin Kleba. We've already got a lot of big names here, actually starting toward the back of the pack, where Cody Dorsey, Justin Moody sit in row number 10. Starting row number 11 on the inside will be Jake Christenberry in the 93. Backup car for him as well, as he got kind of bent up a little bit. He's going to be looking to fight this on back next to Cody Height in the 84. 84 machine looking to see if maybe he gets rid of the Sunny D here and changes it up a little bit. Tries to get a better luck here tonight. Dakota Hendrickson sitting 23rd next to Tyler DeTalent. DeTalent, once again, starting way back here in the back. Hopefully he's going to be able to fight his way up to the front. We've seen a lot of top 10s out of DeTalent, but starting 24th, that's going to be tough. 2 more Toyotas will be starting behind him. Looks like Kevin Gunther, and I believe that should be, yes, that is Cody Smith in the number 20. Serving a penalty here tonight, which is rather unfortunate for Cody Smith. Kevin Gunther and Scott Kerberg will be looking at this kind of the same issue out there as well. Cody Reeder will be sitting in 27th. Now, Stella, we move on to row number 15, where Thomas Walter, Jacob Gladelick. Remember I said Gladelick should be our pace car here tonight, so he'll be sitting 30th. Right now, that brings me to Dylan Dunford, who's our 31st starter. Alan Kulikowski, he'll be sitting in 32nd. And yes, Derek Riley. Looks like he's out there looking a little slow getting out of the pits here. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully he's able to kind of close it up here and get going. Looks like that car a little bit out of shape right there at the start. I wonder if they had trouble firing it off here. Pace truck is off the racing surface, and we've already got somebody sideways here. Everett Couch looks like he gets dumped right at the start-finish line. Stella, this was a big conversation during the week about how guys are going to start this race here tonight if there's an accordion effect, and that's exactly what happened here. An accordion effect happened, and guys are running near the back of each other instead of breaking out of line. So big-time checkup here. Guys smashed into each other, and guys are already backwards. So, interesting enough, no caution is out, which is going to allow at least our front 5 drivers to get way out front. Blade Timmons being out there, and he's looking at way here in the back before we start catching any of these other guys. Jacob Malone and Blake Hoppy's got to make up about a second and a half to reach up there and catch him. Stella, bad start here to get this race going, and especially with 240 laps, you don't want to end up bent up right off the bat.
No, you sure don't. That was very unusual, and I'm almost surprised they didn't kind of re-grid him with that kind of a start for the race. But, hey, up and away.
Yeah, Everett Couch goes from 3rd place to 14th before he can even complete a lap here. We already see a little bit of smoke out there, and we want to take another look here and kind of see if we have a little bit of time. See what happened to Couch here on this restart. Couch sitting 3rd on the inside line. He's actually 2nd in that row, but he's 3rd place. Looks like a tire spin right there. Maybe missed a shift. Jams up the entire field here. Yeah, and the worst part is how far back that went. That went back another 15 rows of guys clinking and banging into each other. So already damage right off the bat for some of these guys out here, and they're going to hate it. And already, oof! As we get back to Couch into the wall, that's a broken toe link.
Oh, yes it is. My heavens. It is jammed up inside that fender.
Yeah, that is terrible luck here for Everett Couch in the Fox Mill number 32 Chevrolet. He'll be now sitting 31st. as he comes down pit road. Hard shot to that inside wall. You saw him break loose coming out of turn 2. I don't know if there was contact made. All right, let's get back up to our front. To our leader, Dylan Banks, leading this race here. Tom Senchak and Vincent Arthur going at it here for really that second and third spot here. Vincent Arthur has it, makes a good pass around Senchak. Both these two drivers have been going at it here for the past couple of races. And what you can see here is Vincent Arthur on his 5-position gain here tonight at 24 Chevrolet. Not looking to slow down a little bit here. Maybe he had a slow qualifying time. But in the Wake Up Narcolepsy number 24, he's going to be running down Dylan Banks. And that Toyota that still continues to lead all 8 laps of this race as we get this one kind of closed up here. Starting lap number 9, Stella. So far, we've already had a couple guys tumbling up here. And I would probably say, well, I think we're even looking at Kyle Rochelle down pit road as well.
Oh my, yeah. To me, most of these ones that we've seen have been almost singles. You know, just something has happened, and there's a little touch to the wall. But I don't see a lot of pushing. I don't see a lot of the dooring or anything. So I think these guys are just getting a little loose on their own.
Well, some of these speeds that you're seeing, we're kind of hovering around that 170 to 177 mark. A little slower than normal. I would probably say a lot of downforce here as Ryan Ferraro kisses it off the wall. Looks like already, I believe the 93 there, Jake Christenberry, he's going to slide underneath, looking for that 6th position. Yes, he is. 6 positions gained tonight here for Jake Christenberry as they shoot it out to the line. Christenberry slides underneath. Looks like Matthew George might try to go see if he can get a 2-for-1 here. Down to the bottom, number 20 of Cody Smith is caught up. Now, Smith has gained 8. He capitalized on that accordion effect there at the line. Hopefully no black flags to be had out there, as these guys have been had a horrible restart here. That was definitely a kind of breakup here now. Alrighty, Drift King Nick is the RC tonight, by the way, is what he's saying.
Would that be Nick Gillis?
Gillis in the 3, okay.
I don't know another Nick.
Look at Ryan Ferraro. Boy, he is almost magnetized to that wall. And the worst part is when you start getting damage and you start making contact with the wall, it almost suck you right back in. You can't seem to get as much turning power as you had before, and that's what you see right now with Ryan Ferraro as he is fighting this thing all over the track, and he's trying to hold on to it, but man, just going to get harder and harder every single turn. And Stella, as critical as that right front tire is, they've really got to consider long run. We've got to make it to lap 75. We're only on 14.
Yeah, and you're watching Ferraro there, and right behind him is DeTalent, and John DeTalent is out in the is out in the chat rooting him on, and I bet he's kind of holding tight to those seats.
Yeah, Ferraro losing 11 positions now as he rotates on back. 23rd is where he's settling into now, but not for long. Kevin Gunther will be looking to attack. He'll move up front here in just a moment, as I believe Banks may be under fire here by Vincent Arthur. Arthur is finally caught up here to Dylan Banks, getting him within to a quarter of a second. Our leaders are definitely getting a lot of speed out here and really moving on through. We may see lapped cars here very, very quickly with Adam Kulikowski, Scott Kerber, and Dylan Dunford all within over 15 seconds off pace here. And they're going to be caught here as we are still maintaining 24-second laps here around this track. Doesn't seem to be that much fall off here, Stella, but as the fuel continues to leave the car and get burned off by that 700 horsepower engine, these guys are definitely starting to kind of feel the effects of the car wanting to sway a little more and not have the weight to throw into these turns.
Yeah, the 20, if they're still doing 24-second laps, you said?
Yes.
Okay, that's still, that is admirable. I mean, the fastest official lap at Dover's 22.2. So I don't know if I'd call that fall off.
Yeah, well, Vincent Arthur, his fastest time was a 23.34.
Okay.
So Kaliba's been a little bit faster than that as well. So that is some of their best times. But that's where I'm kind of getting the numbers from here, as we're seeing almost at least almost a half a second fall off between our best and our fastest time here tonight. Dylan Banks, Vincent Arthur, Tom Senchak, Ronnie Norman, and Blade Timmons rounding out our top 5. Jacob Malone taking peeks still just from the outside. Remember, originally Jacob Malone did start outside the top 10, and he is now just outside the top 5. You can tell who capitalized and who didn't during that accordion at the beginning of the race. Kyle Rochelle down 26 positions, sitting 30th, and he is, I believe, the only one still here in the race, as Ryan Ferraro and Everett Counts have taken it back to the garage.
No chance we can truncate the tower?
Negative. We still have 28 drivers still on the lead lap.
Ah, we do.
So continuing this on through, let's rotate back to Dustin Kaliba. 7 positions gained in the 16 Ford. Not too bad here by Dustin Kaliba. He's looking to definitely put it hurting on this entire field here. He's had a lot of great luck here lately. His best racing here so far, and he's been getting trying to almost squeaking out a win. I'm fairly certain still. Dustin Kaliba does or does not have a win here so far. I can't remember the winner of Texas.
I can check that in just a second. Texas was Josh Conover.
Ah, it was. Okay, so he was our double winner when we didn't count the clash.
That's correct.
All right. Let's see if we can float around here just a little bit as we sit with Matthew George here again. Fantastic view here from the top of the car. Gives you a little bit of a bird's eye view of kind of what he can see from the top of his car, kind of what different lines these guys are considering making. And notice how this track is already starting to rubber up a little bit, getting a little darker around the turns. 24 laps into this. Guys starting to melt these tires down just a little bit, but they still got a long way to go. We've only made it about a third of the way here before we get to the stage, and you see how fast, that boom, 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 that we're knocking these laps off. So these guys are really rolling through here. Already battle right behind. Brady Moats looking to see if he can gain. Yep, he gets one more position, so this at least gets him back to where he originally started this race. He gets past Cody Dorsey. Brady Moats started in 16th. He's got the spot. Goes ahead and gets it back. Banks now separating himself by a second off Vincent Arthur. Out in front. No trouble here from our guys here in the top 5. No one really pressing any kind of pressure on anybody here, so we'll kind of float around the rest of our field. Find some of your favorite drivers out there, like Cody Reeder. Reeder been moving along here very well. 8 on his day in the 17 Ford. Not too bad by the Venku guys. Not bad. Stella, we talked a little bit about Cody Reeder out there, and Reeder's been on a tear here as of late. Just finds himself in a good spot. Remember, Dega, he was shuffling around a little bit out there. Had trouble finding the right lane of where he needed to be, but he was able to fight his way back to the front and actually make a great statement out there of his finishing position. Yeah,
he's an up-and-comer, I think. One that we can definitely keep an eye on. Cody came in second at Texas.
Yeah, not too bad here. Stella, this 1 mile track has brought in plenty of drivers, and a lot of big names here have won at this track. Definitely, as you remember saying, Jimmy Johnson is the most winningest driver here at Dover. Definitely he is expected to continue that on, seeing that I know Jimmy Johnson's kind of been toying around with coming back into the race seat again, and we'll definitely hold our breath on that. I don't want to say a guy coming out of retirement and trying it again, but, I mean, heck, Junior's even doing it now.
I was thinking that maybe he's the Rocky of NASCAR. That's just another addition.
Yep. Right now, Jay out there saying the CarQuest is looking nice and kind of double tapping himself a couple here and is wondering what's going on out there. John DeTalent, hey, he's out there so good. He made it. He's rooting on right now. He's rooting on Tyler, who breaks into the top 20 here. Still on a roll. Right now, all drivers have moved except Dylan Banks and Brady Moats. Everybody else has either gained or lost positions. Right now, our hard charger here of the night is tied here with Derek Riley. He sits up 10 positions in the 23rd. And Dustin Kaliba, who's gained 10 in the 16 Ford. Not too bad here by all our drivers. Right now, I'm looking to see if anybody else ends up a lap down here. We'll rotate back to Scott Kerberg in the number 27th position as he tries to stay here on the lead lap. Doesn't look like he's going to have any chance at it, though. as I think right now Kerberg is actually marching back, waiting to see how Adam Kulikowski is doing. Kulikowski now staying out in front. I believe that is of Dylan Dunford, who creeps up right behind him, about 0.2 of a second. And these two guys are the ones here last on the lead lap. Let's take a look off the back here of Dylan Dunford. Take a look at our leaders closing in very quickly. Uh-oh. Little contact miss there. There they are. He's got about a straightaway of lead here, and he's got to figure out how to fight that off for the next few laps. Let's check on the talent. The talent slides past Cody Reeder here on the outside. Not bad. Looks like he's going to pull a little bit of a Cole Trickle move and always go to the outside. The talent gains another position and continues the charge here. Whoop.
Ooh.
That's right.
But leaves a little feint on the effort.
Yeah, the talent and Reeder both making contact with the wall at almost the identical spot there. Definitely as he kind of keeps rolling. Yep, keep on smacking through. And not too bad. Right now we are still keeping an eye on these two guys. I do want to rotate up front because I believe Senchak is starting to get a little bit of a little more traction here. Number 26 Chevrolet trying to run down a like-minded car of Vincent Arthur right in front of it. Still the battle rages on. 34 halfway complete. And let's see what different lines these take. Arthur takes a little bit lower and then rotates up just a hair. But Senchak still looking for that breath of fresh air to the outside. And he's going to use that to his advantage as he reels in Arthur. Oh, man, so close to about 1/10 of a second here. Let's see if this is going to be the battle here for the beginning of this stage, Stella. So far, so good here on our guys in the front. Banks, Arthur, and Senchak sit 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of it. We got a little action going. And there's maybe some more coming up from behind there in the top 10. I see 3 of them at the 6-second mark.
Yeah, we rotate back actually to Conover and Hoppy. Conover just overcame Hoppy, and Conover's actually been on the march back due to the accordion. So same sort of deal here, but already look like Vincent Arthur. Ooh, early pit stop here for Arthur.
There is.
Arthur and Krolick are going to be our first 2 drivers coming down pit road here on lap 37. Now, as short as this track is, Stella, these guys are going to really need to be adamant and on the kind of concentrating in pit road. You'll be 2 to 3 laps down before they can make it back out, so they've got to hurry. Christenberry off the wall.
Yeah, now are those 2 fellas teammates? Because I see Krolick in the quarter-life crisis, but I do not see a teammate in there.
No, that's not what I'm seeing here, so I don't see.
Yeah, Arthur should be in flatline.
Correct. So a couple of drivers are following each other, and that's not too bad. I mean, that's 100% what I would do. You start seeing some of your faster guys up front pitting. If you wanted to come in, do the exact same thing. See if you can beat them on pit road and get back out there. Matthew George, Dustin Kaliba, and Dakota Hendrickson. Next down pit road. Cody Height will be joining them here very, very soon. As they keep going, it looks like nobody's deciding to go ahead and elect for taking out the barrels here.
No.
Yep, keep going. That's Dylan Dunford in the 8, goes a lap down. Now notice Vincent Arthur here. Look at the amount of speed he's got. We'll keep an eye. Right now I'm looking to see 15-second pit stop for Vincent Arthur. That's a set of fresh tires. Arthur will take down toward the bottom here. This is a shot through 3 and 4. Around he goes, and it's his lap, at least one of his laps back here. Vincent Arthur really on a tear here. Stella, right now, you almost want to see these guys kind of lean back and forth at the halfway point. When do they come down? When does Dylan Banks decide to come down into pit road and put on a set of tires before he continues losing time? Right now, Dylan Banks sitting there with about a 25-second lap. We're looking at Vincent Arthur sitting with a 24.27, and he's battling traffic.
Okay, I was going to say not too bad, but yeah, like you say, he's battling traffic. We still have several to go here, but since our first stage is at 75, but there's no way they're making it to that. So you always tell me that, you know, should be within 20 of the finish or whatnot to give yourself time enough to get back on the lead lap from one of these pit stops. So would you say in another, you know, at least within 20 laps, they should be coming in now?
At least, yes. As we're
Okay.
looking at it, Dylan Banks out in front by 11 seconds off the next guy to pass him here. Down he comes.
All right.
Banks throws in the towel. Blake Hoppy will take over for the lead unless he decides to come down pit.
Ooh,
So,
I thought I almost saw somebody take the barrels out. Whoever came in right after Banks?
I'm
Oh,
hoping
I guess
that's not Harville. Hold on, wait a second. Is that Dylan Dunford sideways in the box? Yeah, it looks like Dylan Dunford may have missed
Yes.
the pit box there, so you see him sliding to the side to get in.
Yeah,
Hoppy
I think he
remains
almost missed the
outside.
road.
Yeah, Hoppy has been very, very adamant about his fuel mileage here so far this season. He's been definitely teetering on the edge of a couple of drops left in the tank before he decides to come down in the pit road. Remember, Arthur needs to, Vincent Arthur, that is now sitting 6th, has to pass one more time to get back onto the lead lap. Everybody looks like they're going to be playing chase after that. Banks sitting 9th now. Right now, he's going to be on a tear to see if he can catch back up. Let's rotate back, check here on our previous leader of Dylan Banks. Banks starting to scoot the boot now. Let's see what he can do. 55 seconds. That's going to include his pit time. Notice the amount of traffic he's fighting around. Cody Reeder.
I didn't know if he was going to check up coming in on that hot and heavy.
Yeah, a lot of speed right now underneath the hood here of Dylan Banks. He's going to have to start reeling these guys in. Did he wait too long? Only driver still on the lead lap are guys here in the top 3 who have yet to pit. That's Blake Hoppy, Cody Reeder, and Cody Smith.
And we are still taking paint off on that turn.
Yeah, notice the battle up front. Going side by side as we're sitting along here with Dylan Banks. We want to check in on Dustin Kleba. I think Kleba's sitting right behind Moses Pollock. Oh, we got somebody backwards.
Oh, we sure do.
The 45 machine. Adam Kulikowski. He's the one who ends up looping it here. First caution here of the night. Comes out on lap 49.
Yeah, now we get to look and see whether he had some help or did he just get slimy shoes.
We'll see. Adam Kulikowski did come in on lap 41 here. Whoop.
You.
Take another look at it here. 23 machine. Yeah, just I guess tries to make a little bit of room there. That's Blade Timmons.
Wow.
Timmons there.
And no harm, no foul to him. He's got plowed through.
Here's the hardest part here, Stella, is our guys are now pitting. And most of our guys should be on the lead lap. And I think the first one down a lap will be Tyler DeTalent.
Okay. So he gets his lucky dog?
I don't think so. Tyler DeTalent is down 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was the first one on the lap down.
No, everybody else should get the wave around here to get out in front. So as everybody has been a few laps down here, this does shuffle up the field. And our guys who were laps down waiting for the leaders to pit, they're not going to have this opportunity to pick up multiple laps. Talent looks like he's making a move, thinking about coming down in the pit. And yep, Tyler DeTalent looks like he's going to be revisiting pit road here, along with Adam Kulikowski. I'm wondering if DeTalent's thinking about coming down here and getting fuel or fixing some damage.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
right.
think he had a bit of a crumple.
Yeah, the right front fender not looking too hot. Oof.
Hey, there's the left.
Neither's the left. So we'll get back up front. As right now we see Vincent Arthur and Cody Reeder up here. We'll see how this field shuffles up a little bit.
And we do need to watch for the choose cone car. And there he is. My goodness. No. Ah, we have our first takers of the outside line. Okay, this is unusual. I think some people are going to make like 10 places with that choice.
Well, we've also got a few guys that are some laps down here.
Well, in that case, they'd be required to be single file on the inside lane.
Yeah, I'm looking to see. I think it's almost saying the top 4 guys are the only ones here on the lead lap.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to see what's going on here. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of guys passing through. Yeah, here we go.
Very happy we have an RC tonight.
Yeah, well, it's a little confusing here that I don't think we should have chosen yet.
Oh.
Unless it didn't matter and everybody has to start at the back of the longest line. And that's why you saw everybody on the inside line. Cody Reeder, Cody Smith, Blake Hoppy, Vincent Arthur sitting 1, 2, 3, and looks like 4. Aaron Krolick will be our 5th place. Just wait for everybody to stack up. This is going to almost be a single file restart here.
Oh, we got somebody down pit to get some more damage taken care of.
Yep, Kyle Rochelle.
I believe he was already 5 laps down.
Yeah, he's at least a handful here. See this field shuffle up just a hair here. Pace car lights are out.
Where did he start? Because it looks more like a drive-through. I didn't think he was that far up in the pit. I guess he was.
Yeah, I believe Kyle Rochelle started 5th.
Okay.
Hopefully this restart doesn't go anything like the start of this race.
True.
These truck lights are out. Boy, this is going to be a weird start here. I mean, you're going to see the entire length of this line.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this. We did have a couple others choose an outside lane, but they're not.
Yeah, it wasn't going to matter. Good restart here, though. Not too many guys bumping and banging. Cody Smith is going to drop down to the bottom lane as he settles down for a 3rd here. Let's rotate back to Dustin Kleba. Kleba looking to see. Yeah, we're starting to get it too wide here in the front. Guys mushing around. Krolick, bad turn here. Wow, Krolick came up and almost took out Kleba. Kleba with a hard charge here. Take a look back off Kleba. As right now that is Dylan Banks sitting behind him. Fastest driver on the track. Oh boy.
We had smoke. Oh, that was very not good. I think maybe our top 6 got out of that. Oh, what in the world?
What happened to Talent?
I don't know. He took his left turn a little too soon.
Down into Kralik, up into Dylan Banks here. You see everybody trying to squeak away. Conover mashed into the wall.
Oh,
You see
man.
Jacob Malone trying to push through.
Oh, no. Oh, good. Oh, no.
Nope.
Please. Mm-mm-mm. Well, we're going to have a few more visitors to pit lane, I would say. Yeah, Conover didn't do too badly down there on the bottom. Ah. And that's a shame because he stopped. The other guy just barreled in the back of him.
Yeah, I'm trying to
It
see
didn't
what
look
happens
like
to Talent here.
mechanical. Yeah. He's still steering.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to see if just some tires spun here. Yeah, because it almost looks like the bumps got him. You see how it's bouncing up and down on that rear suspension? I'm wondering if it unloaded on him.
Oh, one turn, two turns. Ease. Nice little T-bone. Go for a ribeye. There we go. Goodness. And that was the New York strip. My goodness.
Yeah, I think Cody Dorsey probably didn't enjoy this.
Yeah, John out there says the challenge got loose. Lonnie Norman says wreck avoidance of the year.
See how Ronnie Norman did. Man.
Nice.
See how lucky he got?
Very good. And now you have a pit stop. Time to go. Oh. Yep, that could have been you. To go. Change your shocks.
Alrighty, that is Dylan Banks revisiting pit road here.
Yeah, Jay agrees. Threaded that needle. Puts him up in 6th place, too. Up between Kaliba in 5th and Senchak in 7th.
Looks like Dorsey was able to survive. The Talent, boatload of damage here.
Oof.
Already 3 minutes here in the box. He already been fighting some damage when he was out there. Well, that
My
thing,
good.
yeah, he's crushed up
It looks
pretty
like.
bad.
Yes. Oh, he looks like a ball of tin foil that somebody's trying to reinflate. My goodness. The Talent's still saying, we don't need any bumpers out here. Just keep driving. Who was that finished the race the other day? Kleba with no bumper? Somebody had no bumper. It was pretty funny.
Alrighty, Stella, run us through our top 10 as the Pace truck lights are out.
Okay, well, we start with number 17 of Cody Reeder, followed by Cody Smith. We've got 91 of Hoppy, 24 of Arthur, who is just trying to change my order. Kleba, followed by Norman, our Thread the Needle. 26 of Senchak, 69 of Malone, 5 of George, who's made it up from the backfield, and 01 of Kralik.
Alrighty. Blake Moniz will be starting to the outside of Matthew George here. Good run. so far by George, gaining 5 here on the night, breaking into the top 10. Solid runs here so far, Stella. We've already got 2 cautions here in the first stage. Having a little bit of trouble, these guys staying connected to the track. I would probably say that one from DeTalent was not a good one by far. A ton of damage to that machine. I don't think DeTalent will be able to make it back and competitively.
I don't know. Jay out there in the chat says, just tape it up with some 100-mile-an-hour duct tape.
Yeah. Might do it to Cody Reeder's Ford out here. We'll see. 26 positions gained for Cody Reeder. 24 gained for Cody Smith. Both these guys will be starting in the front row. Geico restart zone will be executed by Cody Reeder as we are back under green flag. Reeder, Smith, Arthur, 1, 2, and 3 here so far. Wow! Arthur makes a quick cut down in front of Blake Hoppy, able to close the gap. No can do, continuing through. Looks like Norman's going to be in a little bit of a squeeze here as he gets down the backstretch. He does clear, though. Good job there by the 46 NOS Toyota. Tom Senchak sitting down in 8th here. Already we see a little bit of Kralik getting loose here. Kralik sits in 11th. He started there and now still filing around the outside of number 2. Right now we're trying to see, boy, he gets close to that wall. As right now Jake Christenberry is trying to squeeze him up into the safer barrier walls. Does not want Kralik getting any sort of a good line here, but Kralik holding on tight as he's got the turn exit speed. Still side by side battle for the 11th.
Yeah, we've got Ken's out there. Ken Cleave is asking where the 16 started tonight.
Yeah, 16 started 13 positions back from now. So I believe we were started in 18th is where Dustin Kleba was.
He's making some inroads for sure.
Yep, still going through. Kralik gets the better of it here. As Kralik now falls in behind Christenberry, he gets in front of Cody Height before Cody Height tries to get in and get a slice. Not too bad here. Let's check in on our top 3 where Vincent Arthur's being heavily pressured by Blake Hoppy in the 91 Toyota. So far, Hoppy has been having a great race here so far. Fortunately, not having to start from the back of this race as he's charging his way up to the front. Vincent Arthur. Boy, he is a guy we talk about a lot here in every single race. This guy just knows where to be and how to be there. Interesting enough to see where they can end up placing to find out how they're going to, kind of really work with their team and find the rest of their teammates out here. As right now you can see Kleba to the outside. He's going to charge through. Kleba now up to 4th. That's 14. Moving on to Vincent Arthur. Arthur might be in a little trouble here. I think Kleba's trying to meet up with Cody Reeder. As I was talking a little bit about teams there may be a little possibility. Scrubbing back here with the wall. Let's check back in on Jacob Malone. Malone on the bottom in the number 69 machine. We've seen him multiple times. Quick cut in front of Tom Senchak. Excellent. Apparently he paid his spotter this week as he slices on around Ronnie Norman. That gives him not 1 but now 2 positions. Whoa. Right now Jacob Malone is driving that thing like he's like a dirt car here. Senchak, good shove. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you want to talk about the little things you don't see out there. That is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, not something you're used to on a mile short track here.
No, absolutely not, as we're sitting here with Jacob Malone. He's got a little bit of work to do here. Taking a look back at Tom Senchak starting to reel him in. Senchak in the number 26 Chevrolet right behind him in the black and gold.
Doesn't seem to be gaining much, but so far so good.
There we go. There's a little bit of a dive here. Tom Senchak starting to reel him in. We'll sit back and actually see a little something happen around here. Whoa, as Malone gets loose. Let's check back here on Norman. Norman threading the needle here, but he's got to figure out where to come up with a little more speed. Down to the bottom, he gets around Moniz. Moniz drops down to 9th now. Jake Christenberry rounding out our top 10. Kralik has fallen down to 13th. Now, also, all things considered, if we check back in on Conover still racing out there without a bumper. 14th position for his Chevrolet. And still looking fast.
He lost it in the talent scuffle?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, remember he was the one that got not one but two smushing him into the wall.
I thought he just got smushed into the wall. Didn't realize he lost pieces and parts.
Oh yeah, kind of broke him to pieces here, so he's trying to get all back together. And we'll see if he can overtake Kralik. That's got to be deflating, is when you got a guy with a bumper missing passing you on the inside here. But Kralik is also dealing with a little bit of damage himself. Whoa, no.
Yes.
No. That was a...
Where did they go?
Yeah, that was a car a lap down there. 23 machine is who I'm looking for. Blade Timmons.
Man. So lap 72. Now my question would be, is this going to count as our stage break? Since our first stage is at 75, and we are within that 5. Oh, look at this. Within that 5 lap window.
Yes, we should. This should be stage.
All right.
So Cody Reeder should come away with the stage win here. If you look at it, actually, this is actually really a fantastic save he does here, not rotating up the track. I want to see why the front end of his car gets loose here. Oop. Yeah, great job not over-rotating it here.
Just hold still and hold your breath.
Yeah. Now, some would probably critique him here, as during the spin out here, as he's going forward, we get right here and we start getting loose. You see, he's braking sideways right here, let off, and it would have rotated him back going straight, and maybe a caution not come out.
Now, I'm curious. 19 seemed to have a bit of a touch with him. Was it before, during, or after? Because it sent him into the wall.
Yeah, no contact was made with the 19.
Okay, so the 19 just was avoiding?
Yes, Brady Moats was way on the outside. Pit stop's
Yes.
underway here as guys are trying to get back out onto the track as fast as absolutely possible. Some running out of time. Taking a look back, Blade Timmons, extended pit stop time. Right now, I'm sure that goes as well for Mr. Josh Conover. Conover still hanging out there in the pit. This might be an interesting tussle-up. Who ends up as our lucky dog around. And we'll see how this keeps going. Now, this isn't looking too bad. Stella, talk to us a little bit. You know what? Go ahead and talk to our viewers out there about what Simtrax Broadcasting does. How this kind of all formed. How you came on board and kind of what we've been doing here so far.
Well, what we've been doing is kicking butt and taking names, but I came on after the fact. You are the voice, the brains, and everything else behind Simtrax. You came up with it. Your wife does the miracles of social media when it comes to this. And me, I'm just, what they call them, a talking head. I do my best to bring the stats to the game. And I just happened to start watching you at another broadcast company. And you said, hey, I'm going to open my own. So I followed you, watching you there. And you said, hey, instead of watching, you want to come talk. So I figured I'd give it a try.
All right.
And the rest is history.
Well, you being from a previous radio station, that definitely helps with you sitting alongside me. Check out there somebody who sat alongside me once before, Douglas Ross. Appreciate you joining us here on the stream.
Yep.
We're here with the National Oval Racing Association, NORA for short. These guys have been really racing around here pretty well. We would normally say this was an unscheduled caution, but they went ahead and called it the stage. This one with the spin out here from Blade Timmons. That was our first caution, came from Adam Kulikowski. Our second caution was by Tyler DeTalent breaking loose. Kind of got caught up in a bunch of other cars. Waiting to see drivers who have taken it back to the garage here. In total, Corey Harville, Tyler DeTalent, Dakota Hendrickson, Kevin Gunther, Ryan Ferraro, Everett Couts. Thomas Walter did not take the wheel here tonight. Pace car lights are off.
And so is the pace car.
All right, truck heading back down into the pit road where it belongs to get stage number 2 kicked off here. Green flag, let it wave, Barney. Here we go. Out in front is going to be Cody Reeder and Jacob Malone.
That's when you go, where in the world did he just come from?
Yeah, Malone had an excellent pit stop. Kind of a little shuffle up. He only took 7.18 seconds in the box.
Ah.
Yeah, so a little bit different here. Jacob Malone trying something a little to offset everybody. He came in on lap 73. The only guys who didn't pit were Cody Reeder and Blake Hoppy. So they may be sitting ducks out here as the rest of the field came in on 73. Some took 4. Some took none. So we'll see how Jacob Malone can kind of toy around here. Kleba's messing around with Senchak. Kleba almost gets into the side of Senchak there. That's the number 16 Ford on the inside of the 26 Chevrolet. And we've seen a lot of Senchak here tonight. He's been all over the place, but not as much as, Cody Dorsey.
Uh-oh. Is he stuck? There we go.
Looks like we're still all in one piece.
My heavens.
Wait, if you're looking for discount dog food, don't forget to go check out Chewy.com.
True.
See what happened here to Cody Dorsey. Oh!
Okay.
Well, Stella, did he get any help here? Oh, contact with Moats.
Yep, something went down. Now I'd have to see it from a chopper view to be able to see who came up, who went down.
Yeah, the driver I'm looking for is actually probably Blade Timmons, and he actually probably had the best view of the whole deal. Let's take another look. Ooh, Timmons came up. Timmons sitting there, and then Moats came up.
Yep.
Yep. Bummer.
Now, I am kind of curious because Banks was the last on the lead lap a minute ago before this happened, and he is coming down again. So I'm wondering if this is going to total his race.
And who is this, Banks?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think he is putting this car together as much as he can. He still remains on the lead lap here.
He was, but he was the last one on the lead lap before our caution. And he was actually losing time. On that last lap, he lost almost a second and a half.
Yeah, you see how much damage he's accrued here on the side, and also that right front fender's got a boatload of damage on it as well. So right now these cautions are working out fantastic here for Dylan Banks. He may have to hurry up and skirt out of here. Boy, yeah, trying to use as much time as he absolutely can. He's able to squeak out here.
And it looks like Josh Conover has a front bumper. So he managed to get that fixed in his last this last pit stop.
Yep. At least it's reattached. Yuck. All right, drivers coming back down pit road. Brady Moats, Cody Dorsey, Garrick Riley, Adam Kulikowski, he's working his way out of pit now. Kyle Rochelle and Scott Kerberg. Looking to see if Dylan Banks decides to return back down pit road, and he does. Yeah, excellent choice here. You see right now that is the 99 machine working his way down. He may be able to get another 20-some-odd seconds fixed here. But every little bit's going to help.
That's tight. Yeah, there's only 10 miles an hour difference between what they can do on pit road, the 35, and the 45 miles an hour of the caution vehicle. So that's definitely pushing your luck.
Yeah, right now I'm sure Dylan Banks would love to have another caution show up out there. That way he can get even more of that damage fixed. Yeah, and you and I both know that thing is riding like hot garbage right now.
Yes, I was thinking, I was watching, maybe it's because the apron's asphalt and the race surface is concrete, but man, was that like running over a cheese grater.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you, even here at Dover, you can't count yourself in, you know, leading this entire race, you know, almost that entire first stage. And now we're back here battling for our lives. Yep. Back here in the 18th spot.
Yeah, again, it's the last one on the lead lap.
What do we say? We get back to Cody Reeder here, getting away here with another restart. Off he goes, send Chak onto the outside. Arthur, quick dive there by Dustin Kleba. Kleba down on the bottom, gaining 13 here on the night. Checking out there in the chat, where did Reeder start? 27th. He's gained 26 here on the night. 17 Ford has gotten the lead. Still a lot of race left to go. Like I said, I wouldn't say, yep, that guy's got it. No can do. Looks like a little trouble back here around the Cody Height, Dakota Moniz area. And now look like that 84 getting a little bit out of shape.
And somebody we don't talk about often is Thompson. He's right there in the middle of the thick of it too.
Yep, Cameron Thompson had a great race there at Talladega there for a little while. Following the right people, getting the right amount of speed. So far, Cameron Thompson gaining 5 here on the night as he sits 12th. As you see a battle starting to happen up front, I see smoke. Right now, that's Tom Senchak.
Oh, no.
Oh, into Conover.
Man,
and he redonates.
I was going to say, took the bumper off him again.
The person who's loving this the most is Dylan Banks.
Ooh. Oh.
Dylan Banks gets another shot to come in and fix as much damage as he can. He's going to want the rest of the field to start getting caught up to the pace car here, seeing that everybody's really around turn 3. And this is kind of, as a racer, this is the part that drives you crazy. Right now you see the number 99 exiting turn 2 here. And he's got to get caught up because he wants to hurry up down pit as soon as possible to get as much time in the box as he can. Ronnie Norman's going to be our first one coming down. Josh Conover, of course, he'll be rejoining. And Dylan Banks, here he comes. The key is for Dylan Banks to make sure he's got his tires checked off, or he's going to be really mad at himself.
Oh.
What do you say we take a look at Tom Senchak and see what gets this guy cranked around?
I like it.
All right, let's take a look. Okay, so we must get
That was unhelpful.
terrible camera angle there. Let's take another look. Whoop. Clink.
I call there's oil on the track.
We'll see if we can find out what happened here. Oh.
Arthur.
Yep.
Now, did he come down and Arthur was holding line? We should be able to tell.
Yeah, Senchak may have been going a little bit slower as he came down.
Yeah. Icky, icky, icky.
Jesus. Guess the chopper's still fueling up. Let's take a look. Oof. Yeah, Vincent Arthur probably got a little bit of a fresh air to the front grill of that car. Arthur's able to peel off out of the way. Oh, no. Conover. Boom.
No place to go. George is worried. He goes high.
Says the number 2 had a problem here as well.
Oh.
This is Cameron Thompson inside. Oof. Ow, ow.
Yes. We're just checking out both sides of the field. Making sure the safer walls are doing their job.
Good Lord. Well, down pit road, I guarantee we're going to see Cameron Thompson here. Huh.
Man, you can see him lock him up.
Yeah.
Well, at least nobody else hit him. That's an important aspect, too. Are our pace car lights out?
Yes.
I thought so.
As our choose cone car is working his way on down.
So far, so good.
That's a damn good looking car right there.
I have never seen the choose cone car in pieces before. And with no fast repair, it just kind of sadly sat there. They had to actually use a cone for the rest of the race.
Alrighty, we're working over the well sought after bridge seats.
Yes.
Stella, I'm fairly certain that is a trademark here of Dover. No other track has it.
That is correct. Yeah, I think there's 50 some odd seats in there. And it's like a lottery situation.
50?
Yeah, it's not much.
God!
It's I don't know why 57 comes to my mind off the top of my head, but that's, I'm going with it. Gonna make me use my Google for brains.
There we go. There's some bridge seats.
Aha!
Wow. Check how fast these guys are going around this track. That's how fast they get up to around over 150 miles an hour around the turns. Ooh, Christenberry into the wall. All right, let's rotate up where we see Cody Reeder, Jacob Malone, Dustin Kleba, and Blake Hoppy. Sitting 1 through 4. Kleba's looking to see if he can make a move. Got to be very careful as Kleba gets underneath Malone here. Malone drops a spot. All Fords here in the top 3, followed by 3 Toyotas right after that. Stella, talk a little bit about the logos here. Check this out. 3 Fords, 3 Toyotas, and then 3 Chevrolets.
All right. They've chosen to make themselves very organized.
Right. Well, they apparently have something working out for them here in the end. Remember, Kleba and Reeder, both these guys work together. Now setting 1 and 2 here for the race. Not bad here. Waiting to check back on Moniz here in a second. Waiting to see how he's holding up. Right now, Jake Christenberry on the inside of Cody Smith. Smith getting his highest spot here of the night. He was top 5. He's marching out. Ooh, Smith down into Christenberry. Boy, Smith not happy about Christenberry on the inside. I'd love to be in his ear right now. Yeah, there may be that possibility. We'll see if we can kind of chime in a little bit. Looks like everybody kind of settling down a little bit. I'm sure their words are being said. Guys are definitely chirping off a little bit there. Vincent Arthur now on to the bottom. He's staying out in front of Dylan Dunford. Dylan Dunford is actually up here in 10th. Remember, he ended up in some trouble earlier here in the race in that Chevron machine.
He did, but I was watching. He did something interesting during pit. He made some great strides up the line as everyone was taking that break.
Yeah, and you want to talk about great strides. Cody Smith returning up back to the top 5 here as Malone continues to march backwards. That pit stop didn't help him here. He took a short pit, and now he's feeling the pain. May want to be trying to stretch it out here a little later on into the run to see if that's going to work out for him here. Right now, this is Smith. Smith still fighting. Christenberry following behind as well. Christenberry, he's got a ways to go as he's shot all the way back to the 13th spot. Seen a lot of moving around out here, Stella. Was right now, Cody High has gained 17. Everybody in the top 5 has gained at least 7 positions here on tonight. Kleba up 17, Reeder up 25, Hoppy up 7, Cody Smith up 22, and Cody's Height up 17.
Nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Only driver in the top 10 losing positions here is Vincent Arthur. He's down 2. Dylan Dunford's up 21 to round out our top 10.
Took me a while, but there's 56 seats. I missed it by 1.
Oh.
I do apologize to all of you out there.
That's all right. Let's sit along here with Aaron Kralik. I want to see if we can get a good angle here of around these turns. There's Malone. There's Vincent Arthur to the inside.
I think Arthur's going to put a move on here pretty quick. Don't know what he's got under there, but he's using it.
Boy, whoop. Well, Malone got loose. You heard him let off the accelerator here. So he's battling really bad. This is Jacob Malone here on the outside. The number 69 is outside the top 10.
Is. He's seems to be very loose. I don't know if he made a perhaps a bad adjustment in the last pit stop.
Yeah, Dunford creeping up there. Spotter may have had a little too much. Oh boy, wow. Oh, the number 2, Cameron Thompson. Thompson's been in some trouble here tonight. He slides underneath.
He has, but he is back out there and doing all right.
Yep, Ronnie Norman, he's returning back. Norman's down, starting to charge forward next to a blinking Dylan Dunford.
Nice pass.
Yeah, not too bad. Let's check in on Moniz as I think Smith wants it. Smith to the outside, Moniz in the 05 on the bottom. Side by side as they get through 1 and 2 here, and it looks like Moniz capitalizes it. Now it's going to leave it to Vincent. Vincent Arthur in the 24, still charging through. Yep, that's going to go on. And Kralik full send.
Kralik, yes.
Yeah, Kralik has to send it through to keep Smith from coming down. That's going to do it. Let's check in on Hoppy. Hoppy loses it to Height. Height moves up to 3rd. Now everybody in the top 3 has moved up at least 17 positions. Everybody on the back half of the field now enjoying their time in a podium position here. Let's check out Moniz. You see him right there on the edge of your screen. We'll center him up just a hair. As Vincent Arthur down onto the bottom gets 5th. Kralik. Apparently the rear end's running faster than the front. Front can't keep up.
Wow, but Arthur's made 4 places here in the last 2 laps?
Yeah. Arthur having to make a big check up there coming out of 2. I don't know if something's going on, if those tires are starting to heat up on him. Notice how he's starting to ride up the track a little bit. Vincent Arthur last pit on 73, 4 tires and fuel. Kleba leading the race by almost over a second now. Cody Reeder chasing. And Height another second off of that.
Yeah, Hoppy bringing up the rear in the top 10, and Smith's finally settled in, it looks like, in ninth.
Oh,
no, hold it.
Cameron
hold
Thompson. Wow.
It. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely
Right front
some,
lockup here.
touchy-feelies, and not in a good way.
Cameron Thompson, I think we may be joining down pit here. Drake Christenberry is taking it back to the garage. Wild turn of events. The FedEx machine is down.
Goodness.
Lap 104, Jake Christenberry checks out. Let's check in on Jacob Malone. He was top 3. Now he's down to 16th. He's sitting behind Dylan Banks, who's still fighting a boatload of damage. Still plenty of race left to come back. Rotate up front to Krolick. Krolick trying to run down Ronnie Norman. We'll keep an eye on him. If there's anything else, let's check in on Dunford. Cody Smith to the outside. Not bad there in the Home Depot machine.
Yeah, but watching Senchak, boy, he was hungry for that spot.
Yeah, not interested in giving up any room here. Get a little closer to that action. Right now, Cody Smith doing an awesome job sitting shotgun.
Husky. As in toolboxes?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, shopping from Home Depot. Derek Riley. He's up 20 here on the night, maybe 19 as it looks like Matthew George takes a look to the inside. No can do. Scott Kerberg still rolling around this track. He sits 24th. If he can complete this lap, that'll put Christenberry down to 24th. And that'll be where he settles tonight.
Okay. Looks like Malone's going to come up here full send right up behind George. Seeing if he can get a twofer, and they did. My goodness, past Riley.
Yeah, now remember Jacob Malone. He just came down pit road and out. 111 is when he got tires. And I'm sure we're about to see him come alive here, though. He's going to be the fastest on the track. Watch him slice past Conover here. Yeah, amazing what a fresh set of tires will do. Most drivers are out here running 25.5 to 26-second laps. Jacob Malone is running under 24. Oh, my gosh. The key is not to burn your tires up playing catch-up here. Malone is down 2 laps, though. Caution comes out. His night is going to be in worse shape than Conover's. Look at this outside line. Great run here by the 69 as he flies on through.
Yep, those crew chiefs are down there yelling, freshies, freshies, let them go.
Yep, let him have it. There's no sense in continuing that battle. Speaking of which, let's get up to here to the front. Cody Height to the outside. Blade Timmons, this is the pass for 4th. Right now, Height looking to cut it off really quick before Moniz gets in. Moniz now sitting 6th, taking a peek here at the top 5. Ronnie Norman starting to close the gap. Kleba is out by 2 1/4 seconds out in front of his own teammate. The 16 and 17 Ford are enjoying this race. Reeder, last pit on lap 49. He's been out there longer than anybody else on the track.
Man, now look at this move here.
Yeah, Krolick just came out of pit on lap 115. So 4 tires and fuel for Krolick. He's going to continue to charge and run back forward. Let's check in on Vincent Arthur. Arthur looks like he fights around Cody Reeder here.
Kralik is another one, though, that is 2 laps down at this point for doing that.
Yes. Yeah, so the key right now is everybody staying nice and clean all the way to the end. That way guys can get some of their laps back here.
So Arthur has managed to take over Reeder and is now sitting in second, but still 3 seconds behind Kleba in the lead.
Yep. We'll stay here with our top 20. Kleba, Arthur, Timmons, Height, and Moniz. Right now in the top 5. Cody Reeder and Derek Riley coming on down. Whoa, Cody Smith.
Coming in hot?
Yeah, I don't know if Smith decided to greet the barrels.
Oh, I saw some smoke, but I didn't.
See if I can find Cody Smith here.
20.
Taking a look.
Turn.
Whoa.
It's
Well,
okay.
You can't say he came in speeding.
All right. So at this point, we are now looking again that Banks is on the last one on the lead lap, but he's in 9th doing it instead of 22nd.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Not too bad. Stella, past our halfway point here. 10 drivers almost on the lead lap as Dorsey drops a position here. That leaves us with our top 9. And boy, you want to talk about some of these guys and different speeds that they're running. Let's take a look at some of those last lap times out there. And you see the spread of some guys doing almost 25 to 26.
And then others doing 23s.
Right. Blade Timmons on his way down.
Wow.
Still shuffling on through, waiting to see if Kleba or Arthur are going to come down. Both of these, all the top 3 guys came down on lap 73. They all had tires and fuel then. Moniz did fix a little bit of damage. That's why he was in the box for 22 seconds, and it seems to be paying off. Figure if you got a little bit of damage, go ahead and pull out some of those dents. The way you can refold it back in, so not too bad. And a great call here by Dakota Moniz. So far, so good. His pit crew seems to be pretty happy here.
He's looking at the back end of Norman, number 46.
Yep. Yeah, Norman, remember, he's our needle threader here.
Yes.
Still slicing on through. Norman and Moniz are 2 closest drivers out there on the track. Waiting to see if Cody Reeder can make up a little bit of distance here. He's running down Aaron Kralik. That'd be the battle for 10th, but these guys are still remain a couple laps down here. Right now, Reeder enjoying this shot. Reeder came in on 121. The 115 pitter of Kralik, he may be fighting on for it, but I don't think he's going to get it here. I think we're going to have to give this one to Cody Reeder as they dive into 1 and 2. Reeder gets the pull.
Nice.
Yeah, not a bad race here so far, Stella. Got rid of the yellow fever, and now we finally continue on.
But we will only have another 20 laps before we will have that stage caution again.
Yes. Blade Timmons is taking it back to the garage. So hats off to Scott Kerberg for continuing to race. Even though he is, he's down a good bit here. Scott Kerberg will be moving now up to 21st. Remember, I said he was passing Jake Christenberry. So now he's past Christenberry, Thompson, and next will be Timmons. The talent has taken it back to the garage.
Rochelle is still rolling.
Shell is still rolling. He's sitting now 20th. Down 5 laps. Josh Conover sitting 19th, down 4. Justin Moody down 3. Adam Kulikowski down 2. And we rotate all the way back here to Derek Riley. Boy, Dylan Dunford.
In the world.
What he's doing there.
I don't know. I thought maybe he was blocking, but then he wasn't, and now he's blinking.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that should be Dylan Banks. Let's get ready to try and pass him here, but Banks isn't quite making it the easiest here. That is the battle for actually for 5th. Yep, there he goes. Banks down to the bottom, passes him here. All right, now Banks just needs to come up with about another 6.5 seconds to reach up and find Cody Hart for 4th.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hill to climb.
Yeah, most of our guys have all pit here in the above 110 mark. We are still waiting for Dustin Kleba, Vincent Arthur, Ronnie Norman, Cody Height, Dylan Banks, Dylan Dunford, Tom Senchak. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Mr. Cody Reeder has come down pit on 121. That reaches us all the way back to another Cody. Cody Dorsey, who sits 10th. He last came in on lap 87.
Yeah, now I'm watching Cody Reeder, who's a lap down, just managed to pass Banks, who's sitting in 5th. So he's in the process of trying to get that lap back, and he is very, very close.
Well, he may be able to actually cut this in half. Dylan Dunford working his way down pit now. Once our leaders do pit, we'll have a shot, but right now this is huge. Cody Reeder's going to need to make up, let me check, 38 seconds to get the lead.
Oh. Unless they pull off.
Right. So they are obviously waiting for the guys to pit. Cody Height's going to be the next one. 84 Chevrolet down pit road.
I have to admit, I'm impressed Senchak is right up there in the thick of it in 5th.
Yes. Yeah, Senchak's still kicking it here, though.
He is. He's been involved in a couple things, but he's still going.
All right, Vincent Arthur, Cody Height. Height working his way out of pit. Vincent working his way down pit. Scott Kerberg, you see in the background. He should have at least a couple tires up and see if he puts on left sides. He does. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Out there's Ronnie Norman. He's passing Josh Conover. Conover been at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes. On the track.
Yes, Kleba.
I mean.
Kleba coming down pit. So we now have a new race leader. Ronnie Norman has it here for the time being.
All right.
So Toyota's back in front. Dylan Banks closest to the lead that he's been in a while. Sitting second, but he still needs to pit.
Terre Haute, Indiana.
I gotta give it to Banks here, though. He has been fixing damage time after time after time, and hopefully this will pay off for him. I hate seeing him get wiped out here, especially when you got some of your top guys. And it's no playing favoritism. It's when you got a guy who came out here, scored on the pole, and then gets knocked out almost 2 laps down, sitting 20th. This guy's been fighting back, lead lap sitting second. You know, once everybody comes down pit here, I'm assuming Norman comes down, Banks is going to come down at almost the identical time.
In that case, it would leave Senchak in the lead.
Yes. Yeah, Tyler DeTalon's rooting on. Team Fast House. I think it's being represented by Blake Hoppy out there. Hoppy sitting 15th. But as we wait for our leaders to pit, we're going to get a big shuffle up here. Who's laps down and who's not. Norman still remains out on the track. Ahead by 10 seconds here.
Yeah, Moody, who just passed Banks, is 3 laps down. But that
Whoa,
is our
boy.
leader, number 46 of Norman in the NOSCAR.
Yep. Still sitting around here. Let's take a look. Contact the roll up there.
Okay. Well, what I've been watching is the fact that Banks is losing time. So Norman is doing the boogie woogie.
Yep. Chris full send out there saying, let's go Norman and Kulikowski full send esports, the Toyotas. That doesn't look like him. That looks like Cody Height. It is.
Car Quest.
Yep. I know Jay out there checks in on Cody Height. Cody Height streams his race. If you want a full cockpit view, you can check out Cody Height out there.
Out of Jonesboro, Tennessee, no less. Whoa! Talk about the NASCAR. What just happened?
Yeah, it looks like we got loose coming out of 4. I didn't see any contact happening there.
Man. Ah, and Banks is taking it to the pits.
Yeah, kind of threw in the towel. Got tired of trying to run him down here.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come in the same time Norman was. It did not happen that way.
Yeah. Jay out there pretty jealous of the beard.
All right, now we are a lap away from our stage 2 caution. Our second planned caution tonight.
150. Boy, we got guys lapped down here.
Yes.
Ronnie Norman was able to make it from lap 87 to stage finish here.
Nicely done.
Go. Top 10 made it across the line. Cody Smith being that last number. Wow. Excellent race here so far. Now, Stella, let's start talking some strategy here.
Uh-oh. I'm not very good at strategery.
Cody Reeder came in on lap 121. Our two guys here in the front of Ronnie Norman and Tom Senchak came in on 87.
I think they're going to need to come down. Really, really. There we go.
Boy, I'm fairly certain that's a closed pit.
Oh, no.
Ronnie Norman, the only one coming down pit road here.
Oh, wow. My curiosity is piqued.
We'll keep an eye on here. I want to see what... There's a scuffle heading into pit road here.
No one should be scuffling.
Interesting.
Came in a little hot.
Looking
So
good.
would you be able to show me that light again? For pit road? Open and
Sure.
close?
We'll see if we can see. See if Ronnie Norman coming in here. My only concern is what he's got coming up here on the left.
Oh, that's red. It sure is. Wow. Oh. Well, if perhaps, since he came in on 87 last, he was running out of gas, I'd rather come in on a closed pit than get stuck in the backfield, not being able to make the lap.
Yeah, I want to take another look here.
Jay says red is bad, Ronnie. Oh. Well, those two came in on
Hold
it
on a
red
second.
too.
All right, this should have been where the guys hammered each other here. Reader with a little bit of damage there to the left front.
Ah, Chris says it was open, that there must be a glitch.
Okay.
Oh, good. So from our view, with it being red, I guess in their cockpit, it showed green?
I sure hope so.
Me too. Well, it still has Norman in the lead. So it looks like no harm, no foul.
Yeah, looking to see just kind of what the shuffle up is out here. Only the top 5.
Yes. Are on the lead lap. And at least they've managed to kind of shuffle themselves to where they're actually almost in order. I noticed earlier that some people were all over the place. Oh,
Look
what
at
in
this.
the world again? That's the exact same thing from the start of the race.
Well,
Oh. What is with the hard right turn? You must tell me.
all right, so we're taking a look here, and we'll look back. I'm not sure. Kind of what happens here. We get going, and then we sidestep it and squish Senchak.
Duh. Oh. Who took 3 bumps on the wall to get around it? And catch a blue car. Here he comes.
That's Malone.
Oh, gink, 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 gink. Oof. Well, that's some of our leaders that were actually on the lead lap.
Look at what gear he starts from.
I see. Okay. First.
When
Second.
he topped it out.
Oh.
He redlined it right before they went. Which caused tire spin right at the beginning.
I'm thinking it's like a burnout class. Oh. I'll be darned. Interesting to see extra smoke in his rearview mirror also.
Yeah, I know a couple of guys are having to stomp on the brakes. That way they missed any kind of tumble up here. Well, still, this final stage seems to be coming off to a rough start here.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, waiting to see how this gets underway. Scott Kerberg rejoining down pit road. Only person to join pit road more times, Dylan Banks. If I'm not mistaken, I think this will be his 12th time visiting the box.
And get her done.
Hey, that's not looking bad. There's Josh Kahn over there in the back.
A bit more aerodynamic than Josh is just what I was going to say. Ugh.
Boy, but come down here so many times to get so much repair done. I mean, that's impressive.
What's impressive was he was back up in second.
All right, got it fixed.
Now he's 2 laps down again.
Yeah, you see the right front. Right front just got squared away.
Okay.
We're going to assume Mr. Banks here should be all good to go.
And didn't hit the pace car, so he's taking the inside lane on the restart. And it actually looks like we might have an extra person or two on the lead lap after this caution. Cody Reeder back down the pits. But it does bring Vincent Arthur up to the lead lap in 5th place. So our top 5 is Norman, Riley, Kralik, Senchak, and Arthur.
Well, you want to talk about a flip-flop of the field. I mean, our top 5 are on the lead lap. Then to 13th, we're a lap down. 17th, we're 2 down. Man.
Moody's all by himself at 3, Conover at 5, and Rochelle brings up the rear at 6 laps.
Alrighty, as we come up on lap 160, we check in on our drivers who have taken it back to the garage. Blade Timmons checking out on lap 124. Cameron Thompson checking out on 109. Kristen Berry on 104. Moats 80. Harville on 66. To Talent on 52. Hendrickson on 36. Gunther on 20. Ferraro on 16. And Everett Couch on lap number 5. Horrible race there for Couch. Hopefully we'll see him boomerang back on the next race. Stella, we are back under green. We are continuing this run here. Trying to see if we can make it a few laps here before we end up getting in some more trouble. Hopefully we don't. Tires getting a few heat cycling treatments here.
Right, so that's 7 of Riley in 4th place. Not bad.
Yeah. Sticking true to the in real life racing. These guys, oof. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That looks like on the highway, them passing on both sides.
Yeah, the 91 to Hoppy there. Something went wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got stuck in 4th and couldn't get it out of 5th gear. That doesn't look right. Something's
Cody
going
Smith.
on.
Yeah, Cody Smith has given the 8 a little bit of extra push.
Yeah, not too happy with what Dunford's doing. He's trying to slide around him as well. Slicing on around this track. Right now, Ronnie Norman with his fastest times here. Right now, 11:58 through turn 1 and 2. So far, he's got that thing on a rail. Last lap time was a 23:26. Guys are starting to get good separation here. The key is for Norman not to fry his tires off so soon as he leaves Kralik in the dust.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Dust I'd say dust is more than a second or two. We're still at 0.95 for Mr. Kralik.
Oof. See how early we went into the turn here for Kralik? That's going to bite him there. He adds another tenth to his time. 23:21 there by Ronnie Norman. It's his fastest lap here of the night. This guy's on the roll.
He is. You're saying he was on a rail earlier, and I was just hoping that rail didn't go into the nearest wall, as he gets that thing close.
Tom Senchak will be the next one in line. This is Dusty Cleveland. Right behind the rookie of Aaron Kralik. Also good getting single file here. Starting to dwindle down some of our drivers, though. Malone sits 8th. Malone would love to be able to fight up, but Malone has to pass Kleba for the lucky dog spot. Remember I said if Malone's 8th right now and he's got to get all the way up to that 3rd spot, where we saw Kleba, you see the white and blue car in front of us, so he's got to pass 1, 2 cars now. He's got to get around Tom Senchak and then get around Kleba.
Goodness.
Yep, long way to go. Driver's shuffling up and is kind of scrambling up the field a little bit here, trying to find our guys. Yeah, right now it does look like more time for Josh Conover down pit road again. If Kerberg continues to drive and make another 4 laps or so, he will then make top 20.
Okay.
That's amazing. Kerberg started 28th. Has been slowly gaining positions on each one of these cautions. And guys checking out here.
I think he's just playing the turtle in the hair.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, Stella, right now, I don't know about you, but Cody Smith, I'm gonna say looking a little dangerous here.
Well, I don't know. I think he's trying to get back up front where it's safer. Although, I don't know. Both times we've had a restart mess, it's been right in the front rows.
And that it has. Get a couple peeks around the outside. Take a look back behind Cody Smith. Matthew George taking a peek under the lap car. Mistaken, that should be. I don't think that's just a movie. Might be. Him or Dorsey, I'm not sure. Boy, check out Justin Moody's paint. I like that Caterpillar look.
Yeah. Dorsey's with the dog. Number 9.
Ken Kleba saying, how did the cars 7 through 13 get a lap down? Did they pit for gas after the last yellow? They came down on lap 151. Our guys 7 through 13. Yeah, Ronnie was able to actually finish out the entire stage without having to pit. So it kind of jammed everyone there right there toward the end. That and on top of some ill-timed cautions. Got half our field a lap behind there, and then kind of tumbling up. Getting better for some, worse for others.
Yeah, it's too bad only one person gets the lucky dog, rather than everybody that's only one lap down.
Oh, yeah.
But, name of the game.
Ain't nothing they can do about it now. Chasing down, this is Cody Reeder. Snug behind the 45 machine here. And Eric Riley in the 07. I think that was the car I was looking for to begin with. Eric Riley's gained 28 positions here on the night.
Oh, yeah. Worried there that fellow was going to come off the wall and get him. Does look like he's going to pass him though.
Yeah, very tumbling up here. All right, Stella, we're going to go to a little bit of a crank it up session, let guys see around the track here just a little bit, and we'll be right back probably about that 190 mark. So guys, hang on, we'll be right back. 50 laps to go left in this round. Many drivers have been pushing their way and seeing how far they can get here for this entire race, but it is not going easy. Right now, Ronnie Norman still out in front here for the moment, but only by a quarter of a second. Eric Kralik following close behind. Senchak seems almost a light year off as he's exiting out of 2, sitting for 3rd. Vincent Arthur salvaging his race, hammering for 4th, and Cody Reeder, our 5th place driver. Still on the lead lap, still remains Derek Riley and Dustin Kleba. Kleba has battled back 24 seconds down, though, as he has fought all the way around to pass the leader of Ronnie Norman. Any kind of pit road strategy would be perfect here for Kleba, or if a caution comes out, this guy may have a chance to win the race, seeing that he has come from a lap down to get his lap back the hard way. Out in front for Kleba as he got around Ronnie Norman. Still trying to do just that would be Jacob Malone. This does give him the opportunity, instead of catching Kleba, to hold out in front for a lucky dog position. But Dakota Moniz sitting right behind. He says, wait a minute, if I have that opportunity, I want a shot at it too. So close these two guys get. Less than a quarter of a second between these two as we sit along with Dakota Moniz. Stella, this race is kind of boiling down to the final 50 laps. These guys are trying to find out if they've got enough time to make any kind of big move out here.
Yeah, well, if they can move, but with being so stretched out, I don't know how many big moves there's going to be. Now, mind you, everything changes if we have another caution.
Yep, right now we are taking a look at Moniz trying to work on the outside of Malone, and that is actually Vincent Arthur sitting 4th. Arthur now getting in the mix. Right now slicing through Cody Height down pit in the 84 Chevrolet. 20 machine, nasty turn here. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Drops down to the bottom and almost wipes himself out here. I don't know if you noticed that when he sliced down to the bottom. He's trying to make his own lane. Smith did pit on lap 182. 4 fresh tires for Smith. He's back out there trying to run him down. Ooh, man, can Smith hold on? Right now, this guy is drifting it. Malone tries to stay toward the top, doesn't want any part of it. Let Smith go on around. And he does, allowing and Arthur's out in front now. Remember, Arthur sitting in our 4th place spot.
Right.
And right now, Smith is going to slice around. Moniz down to the bottom here. Malone staying on the outside, and check who's got a new bumper.
Mr. Josh Conover.
Yeah, Conover had enough. He stayed down in the pit road and fixed it up as much as he could. 21st position is where he sits.
Oh,
About 20...
sorry. I thought Hoppy was coming up on the back of Malone there. A little too hot, but he checked up and all is well.
Yeah, Hoppy coming in on lap 150. He's still got one more pit to make it to the end. Right now, still battling out there. Derek Riley, he's coming on down. And Malone, he's checking out. He said that's enough. Dylan Banks sitting 12th now. 155 is when he came down. Still interesting battles all over the track. I'm waiting to see as Kralik got a hold of Norman and passed him here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look back at that. Lap 197 here.
Norman took it to the pits.
Yep, just sliced on around him. Kralik had been reeling him in for quite some time. Finally gets his chance and passes him. But doesn't last long. Kralik's working his way down pit. Vincent Arthur takes over the lead. Out in front, obviously, boy, does this look like a familiar duo. Vincent Arthur and Josh Conover.
It does, and now he gets at least one of his laps back. But yeah, I mean, that's the Ally car, the number 48. We're at Dover. This is he should be up there.
Yep. New driver taking it down to the garage. Justin Moody in the 20th position. Yep, Josh Conover, a few more laps, and he'll place 20th here. And he'll slide back up.
Now we are down to actually the top 3 are the only ones on the lead lap.
Yes.
Wow.
Ooh, Vincent Arthur's locking him up.
Yep.
Blake Hoppy is coming down as well. Cody Reeder is going to be... Yep, he's going to stay out. Lap 158 is the last time he came down. Reeder's going to stay out there a little while longer. And Dustin Kleba, after everything he's done, is staying out there as we speak. Lap 151 is when he came down. Kleba needs 4 tires and fuel badly. But how long can he hold out before he ends up going a boatload of laps down again? Ronnie Norman passing Kleba. And now it does give right now a little bit of time here to Norman. Norman's got to make up about 7 more seconds to catch up to Reeder. But each lap he's gaining at least a second on Cody Reeder. Last lap time for Norman was a 23:43. Cody Reeder's hitting 25 seconds.
Man, he is 7 seconds out there in the front. He's not even in the same frame.
Yeah. He's way out there. Interesting to see Cody Reeder still staying out there. New visitor to pit road, Matthew George. Working his way down. At 197, Jacob Malone came down, and now he's on the fritz again. 11:63 through 3 and 4. Apparently he found that right pedal. Fresh tires, he's enjoying it. Malone sitting 15th. He's got to catch up to height. By the time he finds height, we're looking at about 11 seconds before he can find the 84 Chevrolet. Yeah, if this is getting confusing for any of you guys, let's take a look at our track map. This is where all our guys are.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah, normally we're used to a little bit of pack racing here. The guys are shuffling up all over the track. Kralik looking like he got around Reeder here. Kralik gets his lap back. Norman's getting his lap back. Now we're waiting on Senchak. Can Senchak get his lap back? Cody Reeder might be digging his grave here, staying out this long.
There we go. 26. Back on the lead lap. So how far back is Arthur? He's the next one.
Yep. Arthur's now sitting 6th. He's running on down now. Ways to go, though.
He's got a bit.
See out there, Chris Fulsen saying missed the lead change, by the way. I believe he was talking about when we had the switch up with Kralik.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Take a look out there in the chat as we keep going. Vincent Arthur. Wow, 23:16.
Reeling him in now.
Yeah, he's flying now. The key is that, you know, these guys start burning up their tires so fast. There goes Vincent Arthur. Around he goes. Cody Reeder still hanging out there. And this is Dylan Banks. He'll be next, sitting 7th. Cody Reeder deciding still not to come down pit road, which is quite impressive here. Kleba is making up some distance. Remember, he was off 7 seconds, now 4.5. Kleba actually pit earlier than Cody Reeder did.
And Reeder. Oh my.
Yeah, Kleba at 151, Reeder at 158.
You think the two will come down at the same time?
Maybe. There may be a possibility. Dustin Kleba now 4 seconds. Right now, Cody Reeder, 25.3. Last lap, this lap, 25.5. Whoa. Yeah, right now, most of our guys are still in that 23 to 24 second range. He's losing a second and a half a lap to each car on the track.
Yeah, if he's gonna, I think he's probably counting on a caution, but with everybody so spread out like this, I can't imagine that happening.
Yeah. As you see Kaliba gains another 0.2 just on that turn. Another 0.3, 4, 5. Boy, yeah, they're definitely reeling him in here. That should be Kaliba right there.
16? Yep.
He starts to reel him in. You see Reeder there on the outside.
Up by the wall?
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. He's definitely hooked it. Reeling him in.
Now, they both have to be careful because Kralik is actually reeling him in twice as fast. His last lap time was 23.73 here. So Kaliba may be gumming up and passing for the lead here in just a moment. But Kralik will be on him here and really quick, so they're both preying on a caution.
Whee! And there went Kaliba.
25 laps left to go here at Dover Motor Speedway. These two guys, yep, coming down pit road now.
Together.
Yep, that's going to bring Aaron Kralik into the lead. And no can do. Bad gamble, didn't work out. So Kralik out in front of Ronnie Norman. Kralik actually pit a lap later than Norman. And Norman's now playing chase for a 1.5 seconds distance.
Now, are Kaliba and Reeder going to be able to come back out without being 2 laps down?
They're working on it now. Dustin Kaliba with a 9.68 second pit stop time. Looks like only right sides for Dustin Kaliba.
And I don't know what happened to Banks, but he is now 3 laps down. So his comeback was short-lived.
Yeah, it didn't work out. He stayed out a little too long. He was kind of hanging out there with the rest of them. Trying to hope for a caution, but it just didn't happen. Yep. I know where you're leading this with. Dylan Banks and the Cinderella story was not going to be able to be completed here tonight. That is Cody Smith right behind him trying to reel him in here. Banks pitting on lap 214. Not bad here so far. Kralik, Norman, Senchak, and Vince Norman. Now Kralik is trying to put a move. That way he's the next one, and Miles the concrete monster here. Next in the grasp of his right hand. That is Senchak actually backing it up here, working around some lap traffic of the number 7. This is Derek Riley.
6 feet tall, I believe.
Miles?
Yeah. We have a 4-story building.
Everybody's got a picture of Miles. Now, Stella, I do want to kind of point out here that Ronnie Norman is actually picking up speed and now starting to reel in Kralik here. Josh Conover may be, I don't know, playing helpy here, but Kralik gets jammed up. And this allows Norman to gain about another 0.5 second, catching up to him here.
Yeah, because our other 2 that are on the lead lap are 2.5 and 3 seconds behind our leader.
All right, Ronnie Norman. Yeah, you see how Norman swings to the outside? He's getting himself set up for these turns. That way he can dive down to the bottom. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Norman can smell blood in the water.
And none of these 4 that are on the lead lap are in danger of fuel?
No.
Good. Okay.
They'll make it here. Battle box down in the bottom right. Definitely kind of shows you what's happened here. Kralik gaining 12 on the night. Norman 3. Kind of holding about that 0.6 seconds. Ooh, bad turn by Kralik.
Take that 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, as soon as Norman can get a hold of the draft here. But you see how they're diving in so early, and I think Kralik is starting to drive out his mirror here.
Uh-oh.
He's running some of his worst lap times here. Pass for the lead is imminent. Vincent Arthur is catching up to Tom Senchak. Let's double check back on that. Here comes Arthur. Oh, Arthur. Falling behind a teammate, a Conover here.
Whoa.
Yeah, jams up Senchak. Senchak getting ready to hammer him here. He's not happy about this. But as Jay says out there, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. I thought at first Kano was blocking him.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looked like. All right, let's get back to our guys here in the lead. Kralik catching up to Malone. Malone right now sitting 11th. 1 lap down, he's about to be 2. Yeah, check out Ronnie Norman here. Boy, he's got the chance.
He does.
Yep.
At this point, do you go ahead and just save tires and save fuel and ride right behind him until like the last couple laps?
If I was Norman, probably. But as short as this track is, you've got to make your decision. 5 laps to go. You've got to pass him and then leave him. Try for that last lap pass. Kralik's not going to make it happen.
Oh, yeah. Those last lap passes always make me nervous anyway. Look, damage there on the back of that car.
Yep. Fighting a little bit here. Norman says, Norman sees it. Oh, he teases him. Got the angle here. Good shot. Norman, no contact. Kralik now has him on the outside. Norman to the inside. 46 NOS machine has been in trouble here tonight. Oh, yeah. Goes up, snugs him, keeps him to the wall. Shot for the lead. Good angle here by Aaron Kralik. Kralik holds the outside. He's going to be able to get the breakaway. 46 may tuck.
Ooh.
Yeah, 46 dives into the turn a little too early here. Lap 228 says Adam Kulikowski had a problem back there. No caution. Still on it. 8 laps left to go. Ronnie Norman's got it. Here he comes, taking a shot to the inside again. Gets a little bit of draft help as he gets it from Kralik. Now he tries to swing to the inside. Right now, that is Dustin Kleba sitting 5th.
Nope.
A lap down here, trying to figure out if he can get it. Right now, come on. Right now, Kleba wants somebody to move here. And Kleba, I would probably assume, is going to give the 46 a shove. Right now, that seems to be the only thing holding Ronnie Norman back from completing this pass. Oh, jam up of cars. Dylan Dunford to the outside. Boy.
No, he's going to take his own.
Yeah, this does put Dustin Kleba back onto the lead lap. 6 laps left to go. Still going for it here right now. Norman's trying to take another shot inside line. Boy, these guys are still going back and forth at it here. And no one coming out on top. It's pretty much their race. Vincent Arthur may have a chance here in a little bit. Sitting along with Ronnie Norman. Norman taking another shot. He's got a perfect 1 and 2 here, which keeps setting him up. Boy, Kralik just is in the right place at the right time here. Sliding on through. Norman taking another look. Can't get it. Not going to be able to get a good run on him here.
Considering Kralik is listed as a rookie, he's making some beautiful moves tonight.
Yeah. I would probably say a rookie in this league. You know what I mean? There's no way.
Yeah.
3 to go, and we're blocking. We're doing a fantastic job, especially, boy, with a turn like that. Yeah, Ronnie Norman's got to go back to the basics here. Needs to swing back to the outside and then swing down to get a chance. Because right now he's starting to follow Kralik, and Kralik's already having some crummy turns here as of late, but it's still paying off. Norman wants a piece of him here. Less than 2 miles left to go. So little time for Ronnie Norman if he can make it through. Norman in the 46. White flag this time by.
There it is.
Yep. Right now Norman's got to swing to the outside, and he doesn't. Triangulates the turn here with Kralik. Kralik half a mile away from the win. Nose the tail they go, less than 0.2 of a second here. Kralik out in front, and he's going to do it. As long as Kralik doesn't make contact with the wall. Kralik wins the race here at Dover Motor Speedway. Not bad. 240 laps, and he comes out on top, up 12 positions here tonight, and puts his Chevy in victory lane. We were talking about how many Toyotas we had going around. Not a single one in the top 10. We find one in 13th.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they'll be keeping that third place bid open.
Well, if I uncross my eyes, we'll see that Ronnie Norman was our Toyota in second.
Aha.
It was the Fords I was looking for. It was Dustin Kleba who got his lap back, who made it to 5th.
And Cody Reeder in 6th.
Yeah, too bad for the guys down there in KPR Motorsports, kind of gambling on a caution there, but it didn't happen. Excellent job.
240 laps tonight, and we had 7 cautions, one of which was a stage caution. So not too bad.
Bro. Now we can. So you check the burnouts here. You see that Kralik kind of wasted the front end of his car here.
He was driving the tires off of this car tonight. He's making sure he gets all the rest of the tread.
Well, I don't blame him. With a race like this, that's not bad. He was able to come away pretty well. Now, Stella, I'm fairly certain Vince and Arthur said he may have had this one in the bag. He wasn't sure, but this race definitely kind of took a wild turn and kind of flipped it upside down with some of their other guys out there. And did not pan out well for all of them. All right, let's take a look at all of our guys here tonight and where your favorite guy placed here tonight. And yes, the top 5 are on the lead lap. 20th place was 24 down.
I think you win the Theophylline for passing the most cars. So a medicine for shortness of breath? I am intrigued, Mr. Ken Kaliba.
Yeah, not a bad race here, Stella. I know we had a couple cautions, but they definitely cleaned themselves up. We'll run these guys down and kind of talk to them about what happened here. I mean, this is pretty awesome. Our hard charger here of the night is Derek Riley, gaining 26th and placing 7th in the number 7 Chevrolet.
Nice.
Yeah, close behind was up 21 positions of Cody Reeder. All right, guys, we'll be right back. everybody. Third place finisher, Vincent Arthur. Man, what a race this was. And talk about coming back from damage and coming from laps down, coming and able to get your Chevrolet once again here in a podium position. Talk to me a little bit about this race.
Yeah, I feel like it was a really good strategy race. I'm glad to see we got some green flag race in there. But yeah, stage one, just came out the gate firing a little too quick, burnt my stuff up. Just a lot hotter track than what we had dealt with in practice, and made a couple changes from practice into the race, and ended up backfiring. So just used that first little run to kind of gauge how I needed to run the rest of the race, and then from there on out, it was just trying to, base off when the cautions came. I got set back a little bit. The end of stage one or stage two, I forget which one it was. I think it was stage two. I would have liked to have pit, but I didn't get the call for the EOL early enough, so I had to stay out and then make a green flag pit stop instead. So that was a little unfortunate, but I got really lucky there at the end in the last stage, just getting that lucky dog when I did. And then from there, it was just trying to claw back track position, starting all the way in the back and then trying to have to get my way up to the front, around a lot of guys who I was ahead of lap-wise, but, they're also racing for position, so they're not just going to roll over and give me the spots. So I feel like if I had started with them there to start that last stage or that last green flag run, I really could have had a shot. But, as it turns out, I was just, a little too far back.
Man, how detrimental were the cautions for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely didn't help, a whole ton. I think the first one helped. I was just able to reset, but there at the end, I'm glad it went green, and I'm glad, I was able to get back onto the lead lap. So the one where Cody spun the tires on the restart, that was, not ideal for him, and a lot of people got trapped a lap down, but luckily we were able to get the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap, which kind of saved our race. So, there's some cautions that you're grateful for, and there's some that kind of bite you. Luckily, the ones that bit us came earlier in the race, and then, the one that really saved us came there at the end.
Boy, that was definitely tough. This 1 mile track, we're going to leave it, stretch it out to 1.5 miles of Kansas. Some guys, it's a love-hate relationship, a little rough around some of these turns, and depending on track temperature, it's going to be key whether, you're going to be fast or not out there. With Josh Conover having such bad luck here for the past couple of races, kind of getting smashed up here, what's the outlook for Flatline Motorsports and you and your team?
I mean, it's unfortunate that Josh has had bad luck, but hopefully that turns around for him. Here soon. I know we're all individual teams, but there's one bigger team that we're all a part of, and we all want to see each other thrive and be successful. So, hoping his luck turns around here. Can't get much worse, but I'll knock on wood. Yeah, but I mean, Flatline, we keep putting in the work. I mean, we've been showing so much speed. Josh kind of shared a stat with me earlier. We've been alternating wins up to this point. It was Martinsville, and it was him, or it was me, then it was him, then it was me. Today none of us won, but we showed a lot of speed. So I think that's something to keep our head up and move on to the next race with, which is Kansas, which should be a pretty decent race. So like getting up there and ripping the wall. So we'll see if that pays off a little bit.
Alrighty, man. We definitely I took an eyeball and saw Josh Conover ripping the wall here, and didn't know if that was going to be his strategy here tonight, but it didn't matter as he got sandwiched into the bottom and kind of blew his race to pieces. Congratulations on your third place finish here, Vincent. Go and give me a shout out while I got you in here.
Yeah, thanks, man. I got to thank Wake Up Narcolepsy. Another podium for them. Really happy to get them, the showcase that they deserve. Got to thank Red Bull for being a pretty loyal sponsor. They'll be back on the car here soon. I'm going to do a Darlington throwback to Casey Kane when he raced for Red Bull Racing in 2011. So that's kind of my drop on what I'm going to be doing for Darlington. So we'll see them back on the car here in a couple weeks. Got to thank Exalta, Pepsi, Chevrolet, Flatline, everybody who makes this deal go around, and everybody on this 24 pit crew and just 24 team that puts a lot of work in to make sure that we show up with a fast race car every week. And thank you guys for the broadcast, and thank you guys at home for watching.
Yeah, not a problem, buddy. Hey, the Casey Kane car, was that the car of tomorrow?
It was one of the renditions. It was Gen 5, but
Okay.
It was without the wing.
Okay, I wasn't sure. All right, Vincent, congratulations, man, and we'll see you at Kansas.
Thank you. I'll see you then.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking that. I'm thinking to myself, 2011 is considered a throwback?
Well, somebody would like to throw back a little bit of this race. We'll get a hold of Ronnie Norman. Ronnie, this race, man, what did we need here for the final pass? Fresher tires, more laps, what do we need?
I think we need a better car to be able to make passing more fun. Honestly, yeah, no, honestly, I don't know if I could have got around him. Like I said, I know I was watching him going into 3 and 4. If I even tried to get to his bumper, he did some crazy driving hard arc coming off of 4, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do anything to him to even do a bump and run if I wanted to. So I saved just enough to get back up to him, but I mean, once you get behind him and trying to find a lane to run and this and that, and it's just trying to keep the right front not worn out and the right rear from not spinning out and all these lap cars and stuff. So yeah, it's just a whole bunch going on in the car, but I can't be more thankful for finishing up P2 here. I'm definitely tired. My right arm's tired after that one. I'm sweating. It feels like I was in a cockpit there for those last 10, 15 laps for sure.
All right, man. Well, I took a ride along with you, and we're looking at the different angles. It almost looked like you were taking the same line as Aaron Krolick, which was a little unusual from your run up to him. Normally, you were swinging a lot higher and then kind of swooping down into the turns, and both of you were entering the turn so much earlier. I wasn't sure were we fighting that right front tire wear, and that's why we were kind of having to save a little bit.
Well, I kind of noticed that whenever he drove it in hard, I was trying to hook the bottom, and there for a while I was actually able to kind of hold on to it and get grip coming out of the corners, and I felt really good. And there for a couple times I got to the inside of him, but I mean I just got loose, and it's just these cars are just so edgy with trying to get the power down to them that I mean one bad slip, I mean you're spinning. So I don't like I said I entered low because I was able to hold it low. He would drift up. I tried to get to the inside. I mean, like I said, that was about going to be my best luck because he kept drifting up, and I don't really think I would have had any luck trying to go around him on the outside. But yeah, like I said, I felt good saving that right front to be able to get back up to him. I wasn't really worried about him taking off. I knew I'd be able to get back to him. The only one I was worried about was Vincent coming up from behind because I know what type of caliber driver he is. So, getting those guys a lap down early with having enough fuel to make that stage, that was huge there for stage 2 to set up for stage 3. And like I said, I knew Vincent was going to be getting the lucky dog and starting behind everybody. So I ran that first stint there, the stage 3, really hard to try to keep a distance away from him and try to keep us, as much time as I could. So, and then I knew battling Aaron there at the end. I seen Vincent still creeping up. I mean, he still got to us within a second, even after he restarted so far back. So this kind of shows you the type of skill he has. So. Like I said, it's just crazy race. I hope it was an awesome broadcast for you guys because it was pretty fun there in the car tonight.
All right, well, you guys definitely got strung out and all over the place. It was hard to find who was where. It says as you finished the stage 2 without having to pit there as late as everybody else, which I'm telling you shuffled the entire field and kind of took the hopes and dreams out of a lot of other guys out there.
Oh yeah.
So Kansas. Kind of what's the first thing that you got to look at when going to Kansas?
Well, honestly, I wish I could race Kansas. Unfortunately, this is just a one-off deal for me. I'm not new to NORA. I'm a NORA veteran. This is the first time you guys see me this season. I've seen you guys came on to broadcast for him, so really thankful you guys for doing that. I've raced with them. I was on Vincent's team last year. Went to the Final Four for the championship. Finished 4th out of everybody because, like I said, this whole field is just stacked full of really good drivers. So I just came in here tonight. I got a hold of a buddy of mine. I knew I was going to be able to race. So I jumped in one of his cars tonight to try to get a win. And honestly, I didn't even expect to be up here. So this is just a even bigger, win in my book, to be honest with you. So last time I raced was a couple weeks ago in the NORA Truck Series. I can't remember. I think we was at Texas was the last time I raced. But no, like I said, this is just a one-off deal. Unfortunately, I drive a semi over the road, so we head back out Sunday. I'm just home for the week, and it's kind of hard to get a rig inside one of them things when you ain't really got too much room in them. So I wish I could take it with me, but unfortunately this year I'm not really able to race. I hate it because coming back in here and getting a second like this, I mean it just brings it all back, and it just I knew that I was going to be leaving and not really able to race much, and But you know, this iRacing will be here when I get back. You know, gotta do some grown up stuff first, and then you know when you're all done, come back home and have some fun. So
There you
luckily
go.
we'll always be here. So like I said, just happy to get a second. You know, congrats to Aaron on the win and Vincent on third. But yeah, unfortunately, I wish I was gonna be in Kansas. Love Kansas. That's probably my favorite track to race on here on the iRacing circuit. So really hate that I was gonna miss out on that one. So like I said, maybe I'll be back later on in the season when I'm home. If I'm home on a Tuesday, I'll definitely be in here, you know, racing it up with these boys because there ain't nothing more fun than trying to battle some of the talent in here. Because I mean, this is some of the best that it gets. So,
All right, man. Do you have any other shout outs for any of the people out there watching you or any of the sponsors?
yeah, like I said, thanks to this number 46 team for having NOS on board. I usually run NOS for all my paint schemes. Anybody in here that knows the NOS car, they know it's me. So. Thanks for NOS being on there. Thanks to Snyder Graphics for painting the paint schemes. Shout out to a couple of my teammates tonight that I was running with, Adam and Kevin, for being in here. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting. Shout out to Josh for putting this league on. Like I said, it's an awesome league to be in. And like I said, if you definitely want to test your skills against some of the best on iRacing, this is where you need to be at on Tuesday nights and Monday nights as well for the truck series. So thanks for the old lady for letting me do this tonight. Thanks to everybody watching. Shout out to Gary, friend of mine, if he was watching tonight. Thanks for that. Everybody else that was watching. Just you know, just happy to be a part of this league, even though I'm kind of not here all the time. But I own a truck team, so I still feel like I'm involved even when I'm not here. So just happy for everybody that tuned in. Hopefully we put on a good show. Definitely going to go back and watch this one tomorrow. So we'll have something to watch. And yeah, like I said, just thanks to everybody that puts this league on. And congrats to Aaron again on the win. Like I said, I did everything I could. Just I can't really say I had not enough laps because I don't really know if I would even be able to get around him. But yeah, like I said, congrats to him. And hopefully I'll see you guys sometime on down the road again.
All right, Ronnie Norman, congratulations on your second place finish and bringing the 46 Toyota NOS Energy Drink car into a podium position. We'll catch you next time, my man.
All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Stella,
Yes.
Aaron Krolick.
No.
Aaron Krolick makes it back 12 positions, started outside the top 10, and comes away with the win here tonight. I want to start all the way back from the beginning here, Aaron. Dude, the first spin out and the stack up at the beginning of the race, a lap in. How how nervous were you about the rest of the race?
Man, I thought I was going to be dead there, but thankfully he didn't come down too far at the start. But then I got caught up in that, well, whatever wreck that was a little bit later in the race. But I was telling my teammate whenever he popped back in after the race, and I go, if I got a meatball, I was out. That's that's about it. But didn't have a meatball. Only had about 2.5 minutes of optional. So I just said, heck, just fix it, fix it. We still got another stage. Probably gonna have plenty of cautions. Let's see what happens.
Nice.
We start kind of whittling this race down, and we start getting toward the end. Ronnie Norman's reeling you in. You know, Dustin Kleba's passing, gets his lap back. We start getting ahead. You know, we're starting to look out the rearview mirror at Ronnie Norman gaining on you. Kind of what's going through your mind?
Well, with Dustin there passing, I knew he was on fresher tires. I wasn't really gonna be fighting him too much if he got his lap back. Cool, fantastic. But no, with Ronnie, man, that was fun at the end. I was trying not to completely obliterate my tires. Save a little bit, but thankfully Ronnie burnt a little bit more trying to get by me on the bottom, which it's at that late in the run, you have to really be committed, and hopefully on exit, the guy on the outside either touches the wall, has to lift, or something to where you can either stay beside him or have a run going into the corner. But no, that was really fun with Ronnie. And I was just hoping I wouldn't give her the beans a bit too much and spin on corner exit. That would have been terrible.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple of other drivers that were kind of bumping and banging into you out there. I know Jacob Malone, you were getting around him there a little bit. And I believe Cody Reeder as well. You know, I know Vincent kind of tumbled around in there a little bit. You know, kind of other than Ronnie Norman running you down here at the end, was there anybody out there you were getting a little nervous of that was going to, you know, outdo you here?
Well, unfortunately, they had circumstances come up, but Dustin and Vincent, they were fast, and Vincent was telling me that he was reeling us in towards the end there. But because of strategy, he was a little farther back than what he would wanted. But I would say, Dustin, Vincent, can never rule out Champ, Tom Sinchak. And I'm sure if Josh didn't have his unfortunate happenings, he probably would have been up there. But honestly, really anyone with Dover, you never know who's going to be up there fighting for the win or who's going to be trailing back.
Man, this race definitely took a wild turn and got extremely spread out. Was any lap traffic giving you any trouble tonight?
Well, not for the most part. Towards the end there, I'm not trying to call him out in a bad way, but Josh did put up a little bit more of a fight than I was expecting. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine with me. No harm, no foul there. But otherwise, no, not really. I mean, the lap cars, they have a a duty or something, they can race as hard as they want. It's up to me to get around them cleanly. So no, not too
So
much.
it wasn't
really.
my imagination that he blocked you out.
If it looked like that on the broadcast, but I think that was just him going down to his line, and that line happened to be my line too.
Well, Vincent Arthur hamming and jamming on the way back up, and magically the 48 just kind of dragged the brake a little bit longer.
To be honest, I looked at the results after the race. I did not know that Vincent was that close.
yeah, he was
Oh,
coming.
really?
I did not know that, but that would make sense now. That would make sense. But again, I'm not saying anything, but that was a good race.
Yeah. Well, are we gonna see this kind of output from you at Kansas next week?
Ooh, I would not hold my breath. I am not the biggest fan of that track in the sim, but we'll see if my luck turns out, and if I have the horseshoe up again, maybe top 10. If I get top 10, that'd be fantastic.
Well, I'm looking as far as 10. You're in 10th place with the Chase Series, and this gives you a giant bump with a win. So, as far as I understand, this league is a win and you're in.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
I had a few races there when I was stumbling back, so this felt really, really good to get the monkey off my chest and finally won one in the league and happened to be at Dover.
All right. The last question before I get your shout-outs, and I'm not going to count the All-Star race. The upcoming races are Kansas, Darlington, and Charlotte. Confidence level, and which one would you choose?
I would say for each of them, probably between 7 and 8. It just all depends on how I'm feeling that day and if I want to absolutely murder my tires. So, and if any of them, I would say Darlington or Charlotte.
Okay. So, Stella, that is a definitely negative on the Kansas.
Yes.
If we find him a
Yes.
top 10, he's going to be jumping for joy. All right, Aaron, go ahead and give me your shout-outs here, buddy.
Man, first off, of course, you guys putting on an incredible show. I'll have to watch this back because that'll be fun to watch. Got to shout out the affiliate team, the late Apex drivers, Kyle Rochelle, Ryan Bird, Tom Sinchak, Dakota Moniz, and got to shout out the teammates, got to shout out Thomas Walter, Max Foner, and Ryan Ferraro, and just the admins here putting on a great show. And yeah, that hell of a race.
Aaron Krolick, congratulations on your win here, buddy, and we'll see how you do at Kansas, my man.
Thank you.
Take it easy. All right, that is Aaron Krolick coming away with the win here tonight. Fantastic job. He was able to get past the first spin out, and not one, Stella, if you consider it. He also avoided the lap 154 one as well when Cody Reeder sidestepped in. He spun out right at the line.
Yes, that I know. You managed to keep him out there when others were not so fortunate, and were just out there minding their own business.
Yeah, it was definitely a tumble up for those guys, but boy, 240 laps at Dover, it goes by pretty quick, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys still hanging out there and watching the race. It would definitely gets a long one after a while, but Kansas on May 7th, that's when you'll see us, if I'm not mistaken, 160 laps there for that 1.5-mile track. Boy, that was a good race here at Dover, Kansas. Boy, I can't wait, and we'll see the All-Star race to be determined. We'll see where that is, where that ends up. Stella, I can't wait to see where they end up there. But until next time, be well, be safe, be kind, and Stella, say it.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.